My hair is a mess. Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, I'm Nicole Concilio and welcome to the video. Today's video is going to be all about the new Morphe 35O2 palette. Also, just wanted to point out, Morphe did change their outside packaging. It's cute. No! Look at how pretty this is! Here is the palette up close and personal. We have a lot more warm tones. We finally have a black shade in the 3502. We have some more oranges, I would say, and more copper tones, more red-based shadows. So I am really excited about this eyeshadow palette. I also am going to show you the original Morphe 35O just so you guys can see for comparison. Now this right here is the original 35O in all of its glory. I will hold them up to each other so you guys can see. I also used the shit out of this palette. This was an awesome palette, but I do remember saying I wish there were a black shade and I wish there were some more brighter orange tones, and we do see that in the 3502. In my opinion, if I'm looking at these, the Morphe 3502 definitely appeals to me and speaks to me more. I honestly don't have a palette like this, especially having these two unique colors in there, this more like mauve shimmer shade. I do feel like this is definitely a unique kind of approach to a warm tone palette, adding in those brighter colors. So I'm really excited to sit down and do a little tutorial / review for you guys. Now I have tested out the palette a little bit in the past, so I do want to touch base on some of the formulas, and we'll get to that as we go on. Now you guys do know I have a discount code with Morphe. It's NICOL in all caps at the checkout. When you guys use my code, I do receive a small commission, so I appreciate you using my code. It helps me and my channel out, and not only does it help me out, it gives you guys 10% off as well, so it's kind of like a win-win situation going on. So by the time I upload this video, the Morphe 3502 will be available, so I will link all of that down below for you guys. But yeah, let's get on into this tutorial. First, I'm going to start off priming our eyes. I'm going in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. You can use any type of concealer, foundation, actual eye primer for this. Anything that will act as a nice base for you. So then I'm just taking a damp beauty blender and just buffing this all out into the skin. You always want to make sure to set your eyeshadow primer, whether it's a primer, concealer, foundation. You always want to set it. So I'm going in with my Morphe E48 brush, and I'm just dabbing on some of the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. This is just going to make sure that all of our shadows glide on nice and smoothly. Okay, what should we do? There's so many possibilities. I'm thinking I kind of want to do a halo eye. You guys know those aren't really my strong suit, but practice makes perfect. We can kind of learn together. Taking this shade right here in the top right corner, I'm going to use this as a transition shade, kind of setting it down as a base, making sure later on all of our shadows will blend out very smoothly. Now taking this orange shade right here, I'm going to start to focus on our halo eye. I'm using my Morphe M433 brush for this, and I'm focusing this shade on the inner and outer corners of our eyes, leaving the center nice and open for our halo eye. And guys, this is blending out like freaking really amazing, and there's barely any fallout. There's no fallout on the palette at all either. Look, like I could just kick right into this and there's nothing. So that's also something to definitely keep in mind. I am so impressed with it, especially mattes. Mattes are super hard to formulate, so when you have a good time working with them, it's always so pleasant. Going in now with this color right here, which is kind of like the star of the whole palette, I would say. It's a really pretty red matte shade. I'm going to go over the inner and outer corners of our halo eye that we have going on, and I'm switching over to a smaller Morphe brush. This is my Morphe M514 brush. I'm literally obsessed with this brush. I could not do my makeup without it. So if you are in the market for a good blending brush, this is definitely one. So now going in with this gold shade right here, I'm going to actually use my finger to pat this on the center of my eye, and we're going to further blend everything out as well. We're just kind of getting our staple down right now. Guys, these shades are so pigmented. I feel like the formula is really different too from the original 35O. I feel like these shades are a lot more smooth and buttery to work with. What you can do is kind of just take a small detailed brush and blend the two together so that there's not any harsh lines. And then I'm just kind of smoking out the edges over here. But otherwise, I'm like obsessed with the way everything looks. Okay guys, so I'm really loving the way that this halo eye is looking. I popped on some lashes, some Lily Ghalichi lashes in the style Miami. These are my absolute favorites currently. And I just added a little bit of very thin liner because for me, I feel like it's always just a little bit easier to have that nice black liner, even if it's just thin, to pop your lashes on. That way you don't see if there's any mistakes. It's kind of like a deceiving trick. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup off camera and I will come back for the lower lash line. Okay guys, I swear I'm gonna fix my hair after this. So let's continue with the lower lash line. I'm just gonna go right into this color right here, which is the initial color we started out with our halo eye. And I'm just going to follow that same pattern, kind of like smoking the outer and inner corners. You honestly don't have to do too much with this because these shadows are so pigmented. I'm barely even touching my eye. So for the center now, I'm going to add that same gold shade. This is my Morphe M515. This is like the littlest baby detail brush ever. And I'm going to use some of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water just to wet it a little bit. I swear, I'm not sure what Morphe has been doing lately with their formulas, but they have been killing it. And I'm really loving this palette. I think this might be my new favorite, actually. And let's just pop on some lower lashes here. This is the Big T's from Buxom. I really love this mascara. I think it's awesome. And it really coats your lashes really well. You don't have to keep sitting here and doing it over and over. Okay, first gonna line my lips with a MAC Strip Down pencil. And I'm going to pop on a Morphe liquid lipstick in the color Virgin. And I'm just going to apply this all over. Alright guys, and this right here is the finished look. So my final thoughts on the Morphe 35O2. I think it's definitely worth the price. And I think the shades inside are just so beautiful, especially this realm right here. This is definitely something different we don't see in a normal warm tone palette. So this definitely does have a lot of diversity. You can use this for a smoky eye. You can use this for a light daytime look. And again, guys, if you are interested in a 10% off coupon, all you have to do is enter code NICOL in all caps at the checkout. I do get a slight commission, but I really appreciate it, and it helps out me and my channel. So thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure if you like what you see, you subscribe. And I love you guys so much. I will see you next time. Bye.